Hey, at this moment, I wish I could say I'd have this uploaded relatively soon, but that's not going to happen considering the fact that our internet is out. I mean, okay, the modem is all great, but there's no connection to it. It seems that the home group just cannot find the modem. And every time we do, well, I do something, it says that the problem's with the modem. So, no matter how much I try to change all the settings in this damn computer, or, well, the desktop, or change it in the laptop, problem I'm having is with the modem. I see the I see the lights on, green light, two blue lights, green light, and I see the router is flickering, saying I guess that's power. And then although the Belkin router will say is what's available is 1, 2, 3 is out, 4 is lit, and internet connection is lit, but 3 is all has been out. Even if I plug something into it, 3 is out, and that's bothering me. But that's yeah, it's 3:50 right now. It's been out since last night at about I guess about 12:50. So I mean, I can't do a lot of the fun things I want to do online, but I can write what I want to write. I could do a few videos and get some videos in order and whatnot. But instead, I've chose to sleep because there's really nothing I can do about it. And y'all probably wonder what in the world. Well, you know I'm going to link this. This is me. So, listening to Act Out, hosted by Eleanor Goldfield, which is a amazing show to watch. I mean, she doesn't really respond to anybody. She doesn't actually really she doesn't respond in the comment section, but that doesn't mean the content she put out isn't worth it. It's very worth it, and it's something that everyone should listen to. She just recently is doing a 1 hour thing, and I got slapped in the face again. Sometimes you just realize something, you kind of go on, drone on, then you realize something else, and then you get hit again with the original thing you got. You realize that everything throughout your life you might get slapped with reality of the things that you should be aware of that you kind of get complacent with. This one here is nothing I'm necessarily complacent with. It's more like the modem isn't working. The modem isn't working. I mean, it's working, but nothing can connect to it. And this is a very general upload I'm doing. I can put in the comment section to Eleanor a lot of things if I want, but it's not going to connect. She's not going to read it. And if she do, would she respond? It'd be great if she did. I feel like she's listening to people instead of just throwing out content and just saying, listen to me, go to my Patreon, but I'm not going to comment to you. Maybe she's doing it on Patreon. I mean, hell, they're going to give you your money. You need to do something. And I'm thinking about the politics. I'm thinking, because what they're talking about is the Democratic Party and basically how it just is jacked up. Because I think what a lot of people have made the mistake of is, and it's a reality I got hit with, is the fact that people want Elizabeth Warren or Bernie Sanders. And half of the majority of progressives would love Alejandro Ocasio-Cortez. Alejandria, sorry about that. And that's great. But there's a problem. They're the modem. They're the modem. And that's where we have our disconnect. Because we all are trying to get through this router to get to the modem, to make sure that everything works. But it's not happening. And that's because a lot of people, they don't look at the router. They don't look at the connection cords. They don't look at the computer they're trying to fix. And what's trying to fix the computer? You. Or you hire a technician. So you might want to hire, let's say, another representative that will go in and help do the right things to push everything in the right direction, which is a vague term, the right direction. I mean, what the right direction to somebody is slavery. What the right direction for someone else is just pure authoritarianism. What if the right direction for someone is so much socialism that nobody has to worry about money, get any money, or actually, basically it'll implode on itself. Pure socialism is going to jack things up. Well, what we have is a pure capitalism with plutocracy. But we keep searching for that one person that's going to get us from the computer to the cord to the router, through the cord of the router, and to the modem. We don't have that. We don't have that understanding that that's not really how it's all going to work. See, in order for the modem to work, it has to have power, it has to be configured, and you blame the modem. You really want to. That modem being the front runners. What is the modem going to do? Is it going to work? It's going to let everything work properly and together and stop holding things back. Is it going to let the connections hit right at the right time all day, all night, full board? Or is it going to choke off the system? You wonder that. But no, it's not how it works. Because then you delve in, not even deep. You just kiss it below the surface of the water. So when you go deep, you become a part of the ocean. You become part of it. You drown within it. You learn to breathe that water. You have to turn, a mer person. And then you'll argue that there's nothing on the surface for anybody. That's why I keep my head above water. That's why I do that. And you realize when you keep your head above water, you just kind of glance below the surface. That modem, with all of its functionalities and things like that, it is remotely controlled through the wires of your very home, all the way back to the parent company. And that parent company has absolute control if you get on the internet, who looks at you on the internet, your safety on the internet, your identity on the internet. That parent company has control if it even works or not. It can tell you how to get back into it, or they can sell you something. Say, hey, that's just outdated. Here's a better one. Looks the same, operates the same. It's just better because reasons. It could be one or two little fixes they could have made in the old stuff that was working well. But when your information becomes the profit, when you are the true cash cow, not just in labor, but in information, you have to open your eyes and see that you don't need so much all these extra things, these tiny little things. You need everything to make it work properly. You need to, and these might be little solutions you don't like or whatnot, because you got to take a hit in order to make some progress. But you got to have representatives that represent you. You have to check them best you can. Look at their voting record. And if they have an R next to their name, they're going to be for the corporations. If they have a D next to their name, then you have to do some digging. Is that D really Democrat, or is it democracy? Because see, right now it's two. And if you're progressive, it's democracy. If you're establishment, just a Democrat, just the establishment. You need to work overall. So what you need to do is you need to have a computer that's going to represent how you want to work on it. You need cords that keep the lines open to reach that router. You need representatives that will talk to you. You need, if they're on YouTube or somewhere else, people, these social media giants and whatnot, that will talk to you, not because you pay them, but because you're you. You're important. You are a view. You are an upvote. You might be a Patreon, but they need to try to do their best to acknowledge you. some way or another. I understand there's a flood of people. You can't, talk to 1,000 people that might comment. I get that. So you go with the most popular, comments, or look for those that's been with you for the long run so far. But you need to get representatives that would not be like these social media giants on YouTube. You need representatives that'll keep the lines open, that make sure that you at the computer can talk to them, so that when you get to that router, that junction that has a great divide between the establishment, basically the Republican racists and xenophobe and hatred, all that, or the progressive in the Democrat area, you working for Democrat or democracy. And then you need to finally get to the point where you vote in that last line that says, I'm voting in the one that represents everyone and not by any means controlled by a parent company. So you figure out who that is, and you make sure you rush to vote for all of the things that are for you. That's progressive stuff. You need to vote for progressive things. I'm telling you this. A lot of people see it wrong, but really, wouldn't you rather go forward thinking, or just stay in the past where everything is all of hate and nothing changes for you but for the upper crust? This is Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.